Today, I'm gonna Google Translate Minecraft structures into 100 different languages. And whatever I get, I'm gonna rebuild and also make a brand new mob for each structure. Let's begin. Alright, so the first structure I wanna start out with is the village. So we're just gonna type it in this website right here. Number of iterations, we're gonna put that all the way to 50. And we're gonna hit this button twice, so it'll translate it 100 times. Let it load. Okay, so it came back with glue. I've got a great idea for this village. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. We just take all of this. And now what we do is we take this. This isn't looking like a glue stick. All right, so this is looking a little bit better. And now we just need to do this, but to the whole village. This is looking amazing. This is definitely making it into my top 10 Minecraft builds. Now, since I finished a structure, it was time to work on the mobs. Basically, I use this program and I can change a mob into any sort of creature. All right, so I've decided that we're gonna turn all of the villagers into glue sticks. They're not really gonna need any arms, so we can just get rid of those. Your nose is cool, but it is just gotta go. So now I think we just need to retexture this guy. All right, yep, this is good. Let's put it in the game. Oh my gosh, their clothes are still on. Oh my, what have I created? This is absolutely horrible. I guess this is the first structure done. All right, so now we're gonna do the Woodland Mansion. We got a man in the woods. What I'm thinking about doing, making like a giant, and he's like towering over the woods. I could do the green giant. This is exactly what I'm gonna do right here. All right, so we have this mansion right here. So beautiful, so big, but we're gonna get rid of the whole thing. And there we go. All right, so this is the platform that we'll use. It still doesn't look legit at all, and we'll work on that. But right now, let's just start working on the giant. But let's start with the feet. All right, so this is going to be his shoe right here. And I think at the back of it will be the entrance to the structure. So we'll put a door right here. And now let's start building his legs. We sort of have a little bit of a leg. And this is kind of how tall I think the leg will be. So yeah, we still have a good bit to do. This is actually looking really good. I'm just gonna copy this leg and put it over here so we have two legs. So now we finished the legs and now it's time to work on the upper body. So yeah, as you can tell, things were going great. So far, the build was looking amazing. The body took about 30 minutes to do and it was still looking really nice. But when we got to the arm and face, things started to get a little rough with the build. I don't think I have the capability to make good arms, so I'm just gonna make the giant T-pose. That looks about right. So now we need to do the last and most important part, the head. I think we can make something pretty interesting. Okay, well, he doesn't look amazing, but it looks better than I thought it was. Last thing that we need to do is turn this mob, which, you know, spawns in mansions, into a different mob. All right, so we have the evoker right here, and basically what we are going to do is we're first going to just delete this part of his body, bring it down just like this. Boom. First arm is now T-posing, and boom, there we go. And we don't need his nose, so we're just gonna go ahead and delete that. Can I make his head a little bit smaller? That should work. Okay, so obviously for the color, we're just gonna make him all green. And now let's just start with his face and add the same eyes that the giant has. And also we want to do the same mouth. And then the giant has like vines all across it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of texture. There we go. We can now add this into the game and let's see how this thing looks. Oh my gosh. What happened to your arms? You know what? Let's go in survival. Oh my God. What? Why do your arms look like that, bro? You're supposed to be T-posing. That is so cursed. Like, imagine coming across this thing and you look up and you see that. Now, this structure is definitely a 10 out of 10. Since we just did one of the largest structures, let's downsize to one of the smallest structures, a ruined portal. Okay, page download. This one is like kind of the first one that has no correlation at all with the structure, but I think what we can do is make something like this. So we have our ruined portal, and let's just start by removing this part right here. Now that we have a little bit of a platform, I want to try out a design. All right, so here's what I've started with, but this is kind of looking like a loading bar, but also kind of not. I'm gonna try and add this white concrete right here and see if it helps. I mean, it's looking a little bit better. Still think it needs a little bit more. I mean, this is just too simple. What I'm thinking we do is we make like an underground area right here, put some glass right over it just like this. All right, so now that we have this, we spawn in some magma cubes. What we're gonna do with these magma cubes is we're gonna retexture them to look like the Google Chrome logo. You get it? Like internet, loading, and stuff. All right, so we have a magma cube model here. I deleted the texture because obviously we're not going to need that. So the Google Chrome logo starts with red. We can do something like this, and it's like a darker green, and then it finishes off with a yellow. And there's blue in the middle, a white outline around the blue. All right, so this is actually not looking too bad. I really like this. Yo, these things actually don't look too bad at all, dude. When they jump, it actually looks hilarious. Like, what the heck? All right, so we'll just leave these guys in here and never let them out. All right, and now we have the ocean monument. This is going to be a big one. Hedgehog. How does that have anything to do with Ocean Monument? All right, we're gonna theme this build after Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm thinking we make the actual structure the Sonic ring, and we'll try and retexture the Guardians to make them Sonic the Hedgehog. 3, 2, 1, bye-bye. What have I done? I'm so sorry. You will have a new home soon, I promise. So now we just have a big thing of yellow concrete. Now we have a hole, but this is looking real ugly, so let me try and fix this up a little bit. So now the middle looks a little better, but now it's time to break this thing apart and make it just look more natural. I've broken the ring up a bit and it looks better. It doesn't look amazing, but inside of the ring, there's a bunch of gold. So that makes up for the lack of the structure. But now here comes the real challenge, because we got to turn these guys right here into mini Sonics. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we take this part right here and we use it for the legs. All right, so boom, there we go. We have little legs. But Sonic also has shoes, so I'm gonna try and make this his shoe. Okay, that's a little bit too small. Let's just like copy this. There we go. And boom, now we have 2 shoes. We're gonna use these little spikes to make his hair. Maybe when we recolor this thing, it'll start looking a lot more like Sonic. So now I'm gonna move this in a little bit. Okay, so now he has arms. Now we need to start painting this guy. Well, he's blue and he has eyes. And now we're just gonna paint his shoes red. Now that I've added his red shoes, he totally looks like Sonic. Oh my god, what is that, dude? Yeah, I kind of knew that something like this was gonna end up happening, but this is, oh my gosh. Honestly, bro, it looks perfect. I mean, you got the ring, you got Sonic, and let's move on to the next structure. All right, so the next structure we're gonna be working on is the desert temple. This one is actually kind of crazy. It just came up with abandoned church. We can definitely turn this structure into an abandoned church. So I've literally been searching for a decent looking desert temple, and I don't think they actually exist. This is the best thing that I could find. So we need to do a little bit of excavation here. All right, so now that we've got this good little area here, we can start making the church. And this is going to be a very small church, obviously, because we don't have much room to work with here, but it'll still look nice. Okay, so we've kind of created like a little entrance here. We might use some actual wood for the build as well. I don't really know how to build a church, but this is my version of a church. Now let's just finish the roof. I feel like this one could actually be a structure in Minecraft. I know that desert temples don't have mobs, but we're gonna make them have a mob. I'm gonna retexture this guy to look like the Pope. Okay, so let's start by giving him a little hat. There we go. This looks pretty good. Let's put him in the game. Oh my gosh, it is literally, he's naked. I didn't give him clothes. I kind of forgot about that. And also, like, why are the Enderman's eyes still there? It looks like he's blushing at me. Oh my gosh, his head like literally it stands off of his body. Okay, let's quickly move on to the next structure. All right, so now we're gonna go to the jungle temple. Oh, okay, Temple of War. All right, this one could be kind of cool. Oh, you know what we could do? We could build like a mini Coliseum. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing this. Okay, so we have the temple here, but we're gonna need a little bit more room to make this Coliseum, and we don't really need the temple, so let's just get rid of it. Okay, so we somehow have to figure out how to make a circle in Minecraft. All right, so we sort of have a circle here, and you know what? I actually kind of like how this looks, so I'm just gonna continue the pattern. All right, so now we have like a mini stand area. Now what we need to add is a little bit of a box area, basically where the fighters will come out of the arena. And boom, now we just want to do the exact same thing to this side. Now the last thing I want to do is I want to give this structure a mob. I just want these iron golems to look like gladiators who are about to fight each other. Now he's already pretty buff, but let's try and make him buffer. Just take his arm. Okay, this isn't too bad. Okay, this is definitely looking more buff. Look at this guy, dude. And now I'm gonna take his nose and we're gonna use it as horn. And now we just want to retexture him a little bit. So I'm thinking as we try to actually give him a face, let's give him a mouth. Instead of him having like this eyeshadow under here, we're just gonna make him look like he's blushing. Now let's just export it and see how it looks. His texture is broken right now. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, well, it just got worse. This is kind of cool too. I mean, it looks really ominous, like you have no clue what's about to come out of the gates. But I really wanted to see a blushing iron golem man. All right, so things are about to get pretty icy because we're doing an igloo. I kind of understand how igloo, I like you, it kind of rhymes. So I think we go with like a heart. So we could do this, like this image here, and then we could have its reflection under the ground. The only igloo I could find in this world is in a very weird spot. And also our build needs to be on ice, and I don't think many igloos actually spawn on ice. So we're just gonna use this area right over here. All right, so this is a good outline right here. Honestly, I have no clue how to build a heart. Okay, well, that doesn't look like a heart. All right, so this is kind of the best heart that I'm gonna be able to make in this area. We still have to make the reflection heart under this heart. All right, and there we go. Now we basically need to do the same thing as this, but make the heart upside down. And there we go. And you know what? For the sake of it, I know igloos don't have mobs, but I feel like there needs to be a heart mob in here. For the heart, I think we're gonna use a bee because I think it would look really sick if the heart was just flying around. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete your wings. Sorry, buddy. And now with these heads, I'm just gonna try and make the shape of a heart. Yeah, it's quite big, I would say. There we go. We now have a, it kind of looks like a heart. Please work. Oh, it actually works so amazing, dude. What? These are actually just floating hearts. Wait, I gotta see this from the outside. Bro, this is actually so sick. His hitbox is so small. Where is his hitbox? Your hitbox is like not there. Oh, we hit it. Okay. Oh my gosh, that took forever. What have we created? Accident. Okay, that is like a very broad word. I think we could turn this shipwreck into a ship accident. Maybe this could help explain how the ship wrecked in the first place. So here's a shipwreck, and I'm not gonna be very good at making a boat. So what we're going to do is we're gonna bring this one above ground and try and fix it. Okay, so we basically got it unsunk, and now let's just try and rebuild it a little bit. I mean, it kind of looks like a ship now, and basically we're just gonna take this same ship and put it diagonal and just have them running into each other. It looks like they're about to hit each other, but they haven't yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a mob and put them in a boat on a boat. Now I want to make it so these villagers look like they're panicking and they're like captains of this ship. All right, so I kind of like what he's wearing right now, but we had to make a few changes. First of all, we got to change this up right here. And I know he has baby arms now, but he won't for long because what we're gonna do, copy, paste. Okay, that looks about good. And boom, now he has arms. You want to rotate these arms, and the thing is, when we rotate it, it rotates all of it, so now he just looks like a zombie. So the only thing I can think of is just by deleting this arm. You know what? He's at sea, people lose arms, sharks and stuff. It'll work. And now let's just delete his nose, make his head a little bit smaller. Now we just need to retexture him. Okay, let's see if this looks somewhat decent. So they're not pointing exactly how I wanted them to. This is a great way to end the video, dude. This is honestly, subscribe.